First of all, many congratulations for Paurashpur, and we all know that the show is coming, and the trailer and the teaser we also is very exciting. There's a bit of mythology, there's a bit of drama, there's a bit of romance, lust, power, everything is there. I want to start by asking all three of you the most important characteristics of your individual characters that made you feel like you should be a part of Paurashpur. I would like to start with you, Flora.
Most interesting part about my character. So I'll tell you what. The reasons why I chose to be a part of Paurashpur, I've already worked with the team before, and I know what they are capable of, what they have already created, and it is always, the team has kind of बहुत बार आप कुछ लोगों के साथ काम करते हैं जो आपके लिए lucky होते हैं. So they've already proven themselves very lucky for me once, and there's no way I was ever going to say no to them. The second being, I had loved the story. I'm one of those actors who believes. For me, it's very important to be a part of something that I would love as an audience. That's how I think. I think we all, want to have a better role, a meteor role. But web series has kind of changed a lot of things, because if you see Inside Edge, see even City of Dreams, right? For me, it has always been. My journey has been such that season 2 has always given me more. So I really don't look at it as, for me, the story comes first, and everything else in web series, especially,
comes later on.
Always, you really don't know where what goes, and that is the most beautiful part of web series. So that's how I have forget web series. Even when I've chosen movies, Stree being the number one example in an industry, every girl wants to look pretty. For me to choose something that's totally different, that's how I am.
Absolutely.
So those are my choices. And so when they told me about this role, and they told me that Nayanthara, would be mummified, I said, wow, this is right up my alley, because Stree was like a chudel, and then you come here, there is a mummification. Again, something that I've not tried. So my goal, because I started very young and I started in South. So I have done all the possible roles that I could think of, I've already done. So what if I'm 10 years, 15 years, 20 years down the line, I really want to be looking at my career and saying, what have I not done? This was something that I had not done. So I was definitely taking it up. So that is my reason for taking up Nayanthara and Paurashpur.
Well, that's quite an impactful answer, because आप भूत का character play करो, कुछ भी करो, वो भूत का character भी आप बहुत ही beautiful तरीके से, I would say beautiful को beautiful तरीके से you play. तो क्या बात है? And Mr. Prince Charming, I would like to have your point of view on that as well.
Probably the biggest intrigue was the character Aditya, which though he's Prince and he's everything at his disposal, but I think his struggles and his conflicts are probably as great as, for example, Kala's character. Like she's also fighting for love, and wherein but she's playing a dasi, a maid, court's maid, But at the same time, I being a prince, but my demands and my struggle is also, to fight for the person that I love. And it shows a very interesting dynamic that your struggle never ends, be it whatever level that you are at. That's what makes it very interesting, and it just breaks that, fairy and La La Land that we put certain royal characters. Being a royal, coming from a royal family doesn't really make you immune to problems and issues.
Right.
So, and it's very beautifully portrayed in this show. So I'll give credit to script writers and the people, the team that conceptualized the whole plot. So it's very cleverly written, and I would say very interestingly and uncompromisably made.
Interesting. And coming to the prettiest and the hottest maid around, Poulomi, you got to share your insights as well over there. So what do you have to say on that?
It was a good compliment, and I love compliments.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure.
All women we do. So the main reason I said yes, because of course the story it could has a very important message for our society, for the women, even for today's generation, where we actually all the women of Paurashpur, being in that era, they stood for themselves, where they were not even allowed to do anything. Like, they always used to be behind those boundaries, but being in that era, they stood for themselves, including Kala. She fought for her love, her dignity, her rights. And Kala has a journey in this entire show. Like, how you change according to your atmosphere, according to your ups and downs in your life. And that's how this character has lot of twists and turns and a journey. And when you become you experience a journey of a woman, it is beautiful itself. So yes, I said yes, and again, it is a grand show. I think you don't have any options. Like, you can't just say no to a grand show. And to be a part of the one of the first web series, Magnum Opus web series in Indian platform. We have a lot of foreign shows. This is the first one for Indian platform.
So ऐसे show को ना कौन बोलेगा? That's definitely a fact. And you're talking about the journey, so we all would love to start traveling on that journey. But I saw that trailer, and I must say to all three of you that there are some really kick-ass city mart dialogues. ठीक है? एक, I'm exactly forgetting what it was. Something related to Paurashpur के जो मर्द है. There was something ... after that. So I have exactly forgotten what it was, but there are some really city mart kind of dialogues. So I would want to know कि सबसे favorite and पसंदीदा dialogue जो लोग को पसंद आने वाला है. What do you think is the one?
It says Paurashpur के सारे मर्द एक जैसे होते हैं. वो सिर्फ दिल लगाना जानते हैं, मोहब्बत करना.
Correct. So these are very impactful dialogues. When people hear, even men start to smile and blush. करे यार हम लोग के बारे में बोला जा रहा है, ऐसा क्या बात है? So even we think, we also get into that thinking zone. So which are your favorite dialogues that made you feel like यार क्या बात है? इसमें तो ताली बजने वाला है.
Your favorite dialogue?
Favorite dialogue? I can't remember on the top of my head any favorite dialogue, but I think it was this scene that I did. Why it's my favorite? It's because it stirred a lot of thoughts in me after doing that scene. So it was about because I am somebody who's trying to fight for I'm acting as a very fluid in nature and very anti-misogynistic character. But then when it comes to when somebody questions on my dignity and my manhood, like you see in trailer. So my only response to prove my manhood was a slap to my wife. So that and it's in a way it's an action, but it kind of proves that how it's embedded in us that being a man would only be when you empower, when you play this power game and you can actually physically show your authority over someone. So where does this idea come from? No one knows, but it's deeply embedded. It's coming from cultures to cultures, and
it's in the roots. Correct.
All cultures and universities, in fact, that's what we are programmed at. So not a dialogue, but this scene is something that that gave me slightly goosebumps and gave me a sense of introspective. Oh yes, this is what we think.
Poulomi and Flora, dialogues के बारे में तो मैंने इनको पूछा, and I'm going to ask you on that as well. But before that, I want to know, हमारे इंडस्ट्री में ये कहा जाता है कि दो हीरोइन, they cannot ever be friends. But then आप लोग का यहाँ पे camaraderie बोलो या फिर even on sets, so I don't know, I was not there, but at least off the sets, I can pretty much see your camaraderie and the bonding, right from the very beginning that I see. So ये sets पे when you all were working together, how do you actually feel कि ये जो space out हो गया, this thing where you say, like two women there are always even if it is not a direct fight, there's something like that, मुझे ज़्यादा screen presence चाहिए. Do you think that OTT is kind of diminishing all that and every character can have its own importance? Did you get the question that I'm saying?
You're fighting now. I'm going to speak first.
Exactly the friendship I was talking about.
Sorry? No, sorry. What?
Did you hear my question, what I'm saying?
So yes, we did. But to be very honest, I'll say I would like to say one thing is Paurashpur एक ऐसा show है ना, it's kind of show that each and every characters are so important, are so impactful. If she was not there, maybe the Paurashpur show wouldn't have been there. You know, it is how it started. Like everybody has their own journey. Like I have my own journey, she has her own journey, he has his own journey. So each and every, even a character who even comes for maybe 5 seconds has a very strong impact on our show. So ऐसा नहीं है कि अगर किसी ने सिर्फ 5 मिनट के लिए काम किया तो अब मेरे को 5 मिनट का स्क्रिप्ट. No, it is like how important that character is, and it is there in our Paurashpur.
Exactly what I'm saying. That do you think that OTT is kind of diminishing that thing? पहले जो होता था फिल्मों में कि यार I want that much of screen presence, but do you think that with OTT coming in, the importance of characters is a lot more than the screen presence and the timing?
I think we all believe that OTT में your script is all that is the real hero. And उसके बाद जो भी characters है, if you talk about Paurashpur, like Poulomi said, it's like a beautiful jewelry, and every piece, every jewel in that crown has been so beautifully placed कि अगर एक भी gem उसमें से missing होगा, you'll feel that something is missing. So I think that is the beauty of Paurashpur. It is this beautiful crown, and every actor has been perfectly casted, small, big. That's why it's an ensemble cast. That's why you see what you see.
Yeah, exactly. And last question before I wrap up the conversation, before you move on to the next one, is the fact that for every individual, whenever they sign a project, they always feel there's that one USP factor that's attached to the project which will make the project very interesting for the audience. So what individually do you think is the USP behind Paurashpur which people are going to love the most? I would want to start with you, Anand.
With us, you see 3 faces, there is more.
I couldn't be a better answer than this. I think that's the answer for all of you.
Sorry, what?
There's a bit of buffering. I could hear Flora, but I couldn't hear anything later after.
No, because she's speaking.
None of them spoke. I'm not one who spoke. USP.
Yeah, I mean, 3 of us are quite a USP of our show. Definitely, yes. And I think the script. The script and the show, how it looks absolutely royal, regal, and posh, expensive.
And very true to what it is. It's I think what I love is that none of us have, like in the team, be it the creators or be it the actors, none of us came on sets with an attitude of compromising or getting away with it. I think it's this uncompromisable attitude that's going to, make this show. I'm quite sure that quite a success. And that shows.
Yeah, well, I love the confidence, and 29 December is the date. So I wish you all of you the best for whatever you're doing in the future and for this one as well. Take care, stay safe, God bless, and may the new year be a lovely one for you all.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.